All right, coming back around. Hutch, Matty B, and Daniel. Wrap it up, please.
Yeah, Dave, I'm curious, you had a shortstop committed out of the portal. Did you kind of have a feeling that he would probably sign professionally like he did? And then with that, how more important was it to get guys like Schaefer and Brumbaugh through the draft?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have said I was about 90% sure he would sign if somebody picked him. Looking back on it, it's kind of comical. I mean, I said that in the middle of his visit to one of the coaches. I said, we can sign this guy, but he's not going to make it here. And he's a good player. I don't know if he'd have played short here, but he'd have played somewhere. But yeah, we pretty much knew that was going to happen. And so it makes it more important that we got some of these young, good defenders through that can challenge, and we might have another guy that I can't really talk about that's gonna be here that they'll push for that position. We'll just let them fight it out.
And then also I wanted to circle back on a couple of timelines. Wiggins, I mean, is he a guy that you still think is going to be able to pitch for you in 26? Or and then also Dossett, is he a guy? Do you think he's going to be able to throw like during the fall and things like that?
Yeah, Wiggins, we hope he can pitch for us at the end of the 26 season. He's 2-year draft eligible, so he'll have a decision to make. If he doesn't even pitch, he's going to be a good draft. If he comes back for that junior year, I truly believe he's going to be early pick on day one, and he could really, really make a lot of. He could set himself up pretty good, but if we can pitch him and he's ready to go, we will. That'll be his call, the doctor's call, and we'll go from see how that turns out. Because you're talking maybe 13 months out then. But he's here working hard, looks great attitude, and I just hope that we get to see. I would love for him to pitch here a full year and see what he could do because we saw him when he was healthy last year, and he could spin that breaking ball for a strike anytime, and it was nasty. And then you're throwing the ball in the upper 90s, and it looks easy. If he would do that here for a full year, it could be special.
And Dossett, you think is good for the fall, or
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody work harder than him. I'll be honest. It's been all throughout the year. We're having a great year. I'm walking through there, heading to the field. Usually I'm the first one out on the field. And the guys, maybe the hitters are getting some early work in the indoor or whatever's going on. And I usually cut through the weight room and Dawson's in there just getting after it. And all the time. And we just kept winning and it's going great. And you got to know that mentally he's just bummed that he's not out there. And he just kept working and we see it. We're all pulling for him. I hope that he gets to pitch this fall. I would think that he's going to be able to pitch a little bit. Is he going to be able to spin a breaking ball and all that? I don't know, but he'd probably throw the fastball. But we'll see. I don't have the timeline in front of me, and I haven't been updated on it. That'll be things that we'll look into in the next couple of weeks. Right now, our official fall ball, we'll start official team practice early again, like we did last year. I think we're going to start on the 3rd of September and finish up, middle of October. That gives us 6 weeks in the weight room for Thanksgiving. And I think that's huge. I think it was big on our last year's team to get those guys in the weight room and do skill work. We're probably one of the first teams to start in the league, probably the first and probably the first off. But we're still playing a little baseball, but we're giving them a break mentally with the competition, but we're getting them physically stronger and mentally ready to play. And I think we're gonna need to play a lot of different players on this year's team. I think it'll be a little bit different than maybe the last couple of years.
and last thing for me, I'm curious how you're going to handle. Souza and Kojal are both back. They're both second basemen. Like, do you anticipate Kojal playing some first again, or kind of how do you envision those guys kind of filling in the infield?
I don't really see Kojo playing first base. I think Reese Robinetto will play first. I'm not saying that he won't in a pinch. Kojo's a really good infielder. I mean, really, the difference between the two is just range, and that's athleticism, taller, a little quicker. Um, you know, Cam's in his junior year, draft year. I think he'll be more of a third baseman pro prospect, but he can play second. Doesn't mean that he's not going to play second every day. I thought he was really good when he was there. So we're going to let that evolve. But you will see my infielders moving around in scrimmages, and I'll talk to him about that when we start. That I want them to be able to play. If you know, most of the kids that you get out of high school, they're all shortstops usually. Um, you know, very rarely are they, say, a corner guy. Caden Wallace was, but he also played some short. So they know how to play short. I want them to be able to play third. I want to be able to play second. I want them to understand what the other positions are going through when they throw the ball, first throw on pivot, on a double play. Just all the little things that make you better and then more versatile. And we'll see some things. So you'll see Cam play some third. Second, I doubt if you're going to see him play first in the fall. Obviously, Souza will not be playing much. If we get to the point where Souza can play in the field a little bit, then we will put him out there where he's not throwing. If he feels that you're out, catch a double play ball, we'll figure out. We'll time everything. But yeah, I mean that's a good question, but it's not a problem at all. It's if you could throw the word problem in there, but it's a good problem to have.
Matt, you have anything? Not Daniel. Go ahead. Daniel, all you.
Yeah, coach. Less money involved than football and basketball, but there's a new GM that the Razorbacks hired. I'm just wondering with Remy Cofield, just what your relationship is with him, and how you're gonna deploy him, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean it's still evolving. Honestly, great guy, enjoy him. We kind of got it going what we need to do down here. So when there's contract issues or something, we talk with them. But as far as, you know, speaking to agents or players or parents, we're handling that at the moment. And then if there's a contract issue or a contract needs to get drawn up or whatever, then we get Remy involved. So glad he's here.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Okay. See you guys. Enjoy your summer.